We're talking about how Charles do Bronx Oliveira wants all that smoke. Recently, Chael Sonnen came out saying that Charles Oliveira said that he wouldn't fight Ilia Topuria unless it was for the belt. This is why you can never trust a word that comes out of Chael's mouth, and you always have to take what he says with a pinch of salt. Because Charles has just come out saying, whoever I get told to fight, I fight. I have nothing but respect for Ilia, but this is lightweight. It's the most difficult division you have ever seen. I believe I could knock Ilia out. This is their cue. This is Dana's cue to book this fight right now. I don't know what he's doing. He's wasting time. He obviously does not want Art to give Arman the title shot. So do Ilia versus Charles Oliveira now. Ilia wants it. Charles Oliveira literally just said he thinks he can knock him out. This is a perfect opportunity. Charles Oliveira is a perfect opponent for Ilia to prove himself against. Because the hardest grappler / wrestler we've seen Ilia fight is Bryce Mitchell or Volk. But Volk didn't shoot a single takedown. So we need to see a high-level grappler or wrestler. We need him to see him face that before he faces Islam in the lightweight division, and Charles Oliveira is the perfect person for that. But Charles is right. This isn't featherweight. Lightweight is a harder division. It is just a fact. If you go through the featherweight division and you go through the lightweight division, just look at them side by side. Look at who's in the rankings. Especially now Ilia's gone. It's 100% lightweight. It's not even close. This would be a very hard fight for Ilia Topuria because he won't have the same presence in the cage that he had at featherweight. He won't be able to push people around like he didn't. He won't have the same strength he had at featherweight. He will have the speed advantage over these lightweights, and he will also be more durable than he was at featherweight. But lightweight is a different beast, and it's only been getting better. There are ways for Oliveira to win this fight. There are many, many, many ways. We saw in his most recent fight with Chandler, he was very defensively sound in the fight, and he took way less risk taking Chandler down. This is what he needs to do against Chandler, but he needs to do it even better because he's still getting caught, like in round 5. He needs to also try getting the clinch with Topuria, because he's very good in the clinch, but then Topuria has those hooks. So the main thing Charles needs to focus on is getting Topuria down every single round and keeping him there. That is his best chance of winning this fight, and that is something that Charles Oliveira has just proven he can do in his Chandler fight. And Ilia Topuria is not the same beast of a muscle mass monster that Michael Chandler is, and not the same cheater and disgraceful behaviour. He doesn't have the same disgraceful behaviour that Chandler did. But Charles Oliveira will have the weight advantage, the height advantage, the reach advantage. He should be able to keep Ilia away with low kicks, body kicks, but Charles has more of that Muay Thai stance getting close. He won't be able to do this against Ilia. He will not be able to do this against Ilia because he will get caught, like in all of his fights, like in the first Michael Chandler fight. Needs to not do that and stay as far away from Ilia as possible on the feet, and then get him down, which he has proven he can do in the Michael Chandler fight, 4-5 rounds. But Ilia Topuria is no slouch on the ground. He faced Bryce Mitchell, who is number 12 or 13 in the featherweight division, and is a very, very good elite grappler and wrestler, but he is not the same as Charles Oliveira. He does not have the most submission attempts in UFC history, but he did sub Bryce Mitchell, but that's because Bryce Mitchell is getting tired from doing all the work, going for all the takedowns on Ilia and getting rocked, which allowed Ilia to get the submission on Bryce. I don't see this happening with Oliveira, because even when he gets rocked, he is still a magical wizard on the ground. Unless he's fighting Islam Makhachev, and Ilia Topuria is not Islam on the ground. We know this. I have no doubt that Topuria's power will transfer to lightweight. No doubt in my mind. He will obviously have the stronger chin, the speed advantage over Oliveira, but Oliveira will obviously have the size advantage. But it could be harder for Oliveira to take down Ilia due to his low center of gravity. It could be harder for Oliveira to take him down. Ilia does have good defense. He does. And Oliveira has said he can knock him out, which is a possibility. He can knock him out. Oliveira does have power, and he's put down people before. And Ilia did get hit with a head kick from Ujai Herbert. It was a head kick, but Oliveira has stuff like that in his tool bag. Ilia's defense is good, but due to his offense being so good and so overpowering, his defense hasn't had to improve his defense enough to where he's not getting hit. He was getting hit for Volk, getting hit with Max. And if he's getting hit with the same shots from Volk as Max, but from Oliveira, he's not going to be taking them as well. But I will say it's much more likely that Ilia knocks out Oliveira than it is Oliveira knocks out Ilia. Charles's game plan needs to be to go in and get Ilia down and not even give him an opportunity to get that punch, to get that KO. That's what he needs to do. That needs to be his game plan. And Charles has shown before he's got great game planning skills, and his coaches are good as well. So this shouldn't be a problem. He should be going in with the right game plan, which he showed us he can do in the Michael Chandler fight, which is take Ilia down, keep him there, go for subs, ground and pound, make sure he's doing enough so that it doesn't get separated and back to the feet, and make sure he's scoring enough points. Tire out Ilia. That needs to be Oliveira's game plan going into this fight, or he is not going to succeed. One thing I will like to point out is Ilia has had only one 5-round fight. Well, he's had more than one 5-round fight, but he's only had one fight go 5 rounds in his whole UFC career. Oliveira has had a multiple 5-round fights, literally just had a 5-round fight, was champion. Well, so was Ilia, but his fights obviously KOs in the first couple rounds. Not that Oliveira has won, but Ilia has a very, very good team around him, and he managed his cardio very well through that Josh Emmett fight. Obviously, Josh Emmett is not Oliveira, and Ilia will have to deal with the grappling and the wrestling and the striking, and that will be worse for his cardio. So we could see Ilia slow down towards the later rounds, and we could even see him lose some of his power towards the later rounds. But obviously, on his team, he has Merab, the EPO demon himself. So I don't know how wary I am about the cardio. I feel like if you've got Merab on your team, your cardio should be pretty good. Do you know what I mean? I think we're going to see Oliveira go out from the start, take Ilia down. We're going to see some submission attempts. We're going to see some Ilia get out of it. We're also going to see Ilia get up quite a few times. And we're probably going to see Charles land some good shots on Ilia. Probably he'll have some damage on him after the fight. I don't think Oliveira's going to knock him down. I do think he's going to land some good shots, maybe some good low kicks, maybe even an elbow. He's going to land some nasty shots. And I do think Oliveira will be winning the first few rounds. I think he'll be taking him down, winning the first few rounds, landing some good shots, getting him down, doing what he needs to do. And then in the third, the fourth rounds, Oliveira's going to be getting tired from doing all the work, from keeping Ilia down, from going at Ilia to take him down, to come forward to get him down. Because Ilia doesn't move, he moves explosively. It's not like Michael Chandler. Ilia isn't going to be walking into takedowns as much. Oliveira should be able to time it sometimes where he walks into takedowns, but it will not be easy. I think we could see Oliveira up to, if it's a 5-round fight, 3 rounds, and in the late 3rd round or early 4th round, Ilia will KO. I don't think Oliveira can last a full 5 rounds with Ilia. If it's a 3-round fight, that's disgraceful anyway. There's no way they make it a 3-round fight. The only way Oliveira can win is to go out there from the start of every round, take Ilia down and not let him land any shots. Because all Ilia needs is one shot and it's over. And that could happen in any round. It could happen in the 5th round, it could happen in the 4th round, it could happen in the 3rd round. Happen in any round. That's why he is so dangerous. And I don't know, and I don't believe Oliveira is the one that can take him down. I want to be proven wrong, though. This is not me rooting for Ilia. I want Oliveira to prove me wrong. I just don't see it happening. I'm going Ilia, late third, early fourth round KO in a bit.